This changes everything for the Baltimore Orioles. Their current winning streak is giving hope and showing signs that this team can make a playoff push. Another episode of Orioles Digest. I'm your host, Kam Brice. And the Baltimore Orioles are now on a 3-game winning streak. They just swept the Chicago White Sox, and it's their first series sweep of their season. Are things starting to turn around for this team? In this episode of Orioles Digest, we're going to talk about the Orioles, Jackson Holliday, a little bit about Adley, the manager Tony, Gunnar Henderson, of course, and just all about the Orioles and the scene that this team can make a playoff push in 2025. Before you before you do anything, hit the subscribe button, like I said in the video. But before you do anything, hit the subscribe. But before you do anything, hit the subscribe button. Come join Orioles Digest. But let's get into our first topic of the day, guys. Yeah, we're going to talk about this play. I love this feistiness. When's the last time the Orioles had a guy, not like going to say it's Kobe Mayo, but a guy that's feistiness, that brought some toughness to this team, that allowed players to step outside their comfort zone, outside their box, get aggressiveness, and actually love and play the game of baseball. And I feel like Kobe Mayo definitely did that. Now, is Kobe Mayo the savior of this team? Was that a smart decision? No, because he got out and we could have had more runs, but we won the game, hopefully, because it's the Chicago White Sox. They are the one of the worst, second worst team in baseball, right behind us. So we should have won this series, and we did. So I don't have high expectations for this team, but for right now, I'm loving the way they're playing. I'm not saying this team's going to go on a 30, 25 game win streak and somehow be in the playoffs. They're 9 games out of the wild card. Think of it. The Orioles go on a 7 game win streak, lose two, go on like a 4 game win streak. We're thinking they're probably 4 and 5, 3.5 games back in the wild card. So there's still time. Team's talented enough to make a run. And if Kobe Mayo can get going, like the guy I've seen him come up in clutch situations yesterday with an RBI single. If he can continue to produce, stay aggressive at the plate, he's working counts, he's walking, he's not just striking out, he's hitting the ball in play. I love it. He's not striking out no more. He's hitting the ball in play, and that's the next step is line drives. It's hopefully the homers and the power we saw it in Triple A will come. Now, this guy, amazing. I looked at a stat the other day. Jackson Holliday ranks first in OBP, first in average, first in slugging, first in triples, first in doubles, first in extra base hits, second in homers, first in steals, first in RBIs, first in least amount of strikeouts, first in walks among all second basemen in the American League. We have an all-star. Mike Elias did it again. He did it again. Now, that's the only time I'm going to be grateful and happy for Mike Elias that he hit on the Jackson Holiday pick. We could have had, you know, what was his name? Drew Jackson. Drew Jones. No, I said Drew Jackson. Who's Drew Jackson? Drew Jones, Andrew Jones' son, and he's still in high A. So this is a big step for Jackson. Jackson's finally becoming the player that we all knew. I knew he was special. I watched him. I said he's the number one prospect. He's the best prospect I've ever seen. He's the best hitter. He's the best baseball player I've ever seen on a baseball field. And hopefully he can continue to play. But around his play, we're only looking at one All Star right now, and that's Jackson Holliday. Gunnar Henderson is not looking like the best shortstop in baseball that we thought he was. He's not up there with Bobby Witt anymore. Adley is obviously having that bounce. Terrible season. I told you guys, wait, Adley Rutschman's going to have a bounce back year. He's not. Not a bounce back year at all. Adley Rutschman's not doing anything. And it's kind of concerning when you're thinking about Adley because where did Adley Rutschman go? What happened? What happened? Remember at a point throughout the first, I don't know, say 270, 350 games, Adley Rutschman win percentage with the Orioles was like 0.771, something crazy like that. His impact, I've never seen it. A young player turn a franchise around, but then this is like the franchise is right back to where we started when his rookie year as we were getting better. I feel like this team is just not developing the right way. And is it Mike Elias' fault? Does David Rubenstein and the GM and ownership and all the groups needs to come together and part ways? Is that what we have to do? Do we have to get a new GM? Because I like Mike Elias, but he hasn't made any splashing moves or any big time moves. And if we said we had the money, do we actually really have the money? Because you're going to have to extend this guy soon. You haven't extended Gunnar Henderson. We're not going to extend Adley Rutschman. Cedric Mullins is not extended. Nobody, you haven't extended no player. So what's going to happen with these young guys? And I hope you get Adley. I hope you get this guy, Jazz Holliday, because Scott Boras is also his agent. Don't forget that. Scott Boras with Orioles. That's look. Like I said, 9 games out of the wild card right now. Last in the American League East, but the team has talent. The pitching staff. I think over the last 7, 8 starts, the Baltimore Orioles pitching staff has a 2.33 ERA. That's very, very, very good. We've won 6 out of our last 8 games, 8 out of the last 10. So this team is talented. They're doing the things they need to do. It's not over yet. It's lucky it's early in the season, but if we were in end of July, maybe the end of June, I'll be like, oh, there's no way after All Star break if this team is like this. But I'm glad they're doing it before the All Star break, and these guys will have a lot of room to come out. I really believe this team is special. I really believe they have a lot of talent. It's just going to take a while. And I think they have enough talent, but that doesn't mean they're going to be a playoff team or make the World Series. This could just be the year where the Baltimore's just go be sellers the deadline. I hope they do. Just sad to say, but you have to trade Mountcastle, you have to trade Mullins, might even trade Cano, maybe the starting pitcher, and then get some young arms, prospects, and get another guy. If you can get a star to add to your lineup, like a star, like a premier star, without giving up Adley Rutschman, then that's okay. But if you have to give up Adley Rutschman, I want something good in return, but that's a different story for a different day. I don't think the Baltimores will ever give up on Adley Rutschman. But the Orioles are looking good right now. We have hope. That's all we can ask for. They're playing good baseball. Will it continue? We don't know. And I'm your host, Kam Brice. Thank you for joining Orioles Digest. Turn on post notifications so you can catch every single update I'm giving you about the Baltimore Orioles. From Orioles Digest, I'm your host, Kam Brice.